Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and today, well, I'm not entirely sure, but I think that Randy Orton might be beating The Miz by about 3 million points at the moment, with 2 days and 21 hours left. I have never seen such a difference in this before in my entire life. 3.152 million to 178,000 for The Miz. Poor Miz. Seems that everyone has jumped on the Randall Keith Orton bandwagon. That is Randy Orton. That's what the RKO stands for, in case you are wondering. But we have some free packs in the Superstore. They are some free gifts. So we're going to go take a look at those. And we've also got a fusion ready. We've got a bunch of the punches. And we've also got a real turn. So let's go ahead and jump into our free packs. You can find them just by clicking on the Superstore right now. So let's go ahead and grab this one. It's going to contain one of the following. It has a 20% chance of a WrestleMania 41 and an 80% chance of a Valor card. It also 100% contains one of the Gnome Boots fusions, 5 of the Gnome Hat fusions, and it also contains one of the brand new WrestleMania 41 arrows. Now, what these do is these are the same as the old arrows, apart from the now WrestleMania 41, which means that when these stats increase, they will be significantly stronger. So let's go ahead and claim this. It's going to be an amazing free gift. Looks like we got the Valor Tatanka. Got the 5 Gnome Hat fusions. And there we go. We've got the left arrow for WrestleMania 41, which is particularly good for helping out the early stages of campaign mode. Doesn't help towards the end, but it certainly helps out with those early stages to help you get those various different rewards, whether they be Valor, whether they be WrestleMania, or whether they be anything below that. They help tremendously with the ones where you have to have exclusively left arrows, or if you get the up arrow one, or the down arrow, or the right arrow, still helps with campaign mode regardless. And then of course we have the Gnome Boots fusion token as well. So that is quite cool. We're 100% locking that down. It's going to be very, very strong. And we've got a brand new Tatanka. Unfortunately, he's Valor. He is a special edition, so will be slightly stronger than your regular Valors, but unfortunately we don't need any Valors at all, so we're just trying to work towards WrestleMania 41s. We have, of course, another brand new free pack. This one contains another Gnome Boots fusion token. It contains 5 Gnome Hats, and also contains 3 rare draft picks, so let's go ahead and claim that as well. WWE Supercard being very generous today. And there is everything that I said that it was going to give us. So let's go ahead and grab our 3 rare to draft picks. We got a Julius Creed, a Sika, and an Asuka. Unfortunately, we don't need any of those, so we can happily dust all of those as well. Let's go ahead and clear out our bouts. And we're just going to dust all of these. We're going to give us 1,175 dust. And we also have our brand new fusion all set up and ready to go. The next one will be done in 1 minute and 55 seconds. But this one, it is the big fusion. And we've got a Valor Bull Nakano, which I think Bull Nakano is brand new to the tier as well. It is very well deserved. A legend of the wrestling industry is Bull Nakano. So it is very, very cool to see them get some, I don't know, to see them get some reward, some recognition, I suppose. To get them, see them get their flowers would be another way of saying it. And in a minute and a half, this fusion is going to finish. And if we take a look at it, it is also going to contain another Gnome Boots fusion, which means that we're going to be able to start another fusion immediately the second that one finishes. Let's take a quick look at our recent cards. And yes, this is the first time that we've had a Bull Nakano. There hasn't been a Bull Nakano before this. We have had a few different versions of Tatanka over the years. But it is very cool to see some of these people get their rewards. Now, I did mention the left arrows. Let's take a look at our other equipment here. If we look at the old equipment, here you can see these are the original ones. So these ones are from SummerSlam. You see it only gives +8 toughness and +14 to speed, which is nowhere near enough to help out in the current format. The up arrows plus 4 to charisma, plus 8 to charisma. The original left arrows were Octane, plus 4 and plus 4. And then the down arrows were Pixel Tier, which is plus 1 and plus 5. So those are all, of course, significantly weaker, but they do the exact same thing as this brand new left arrow. So to show anyone what the left arrow does, if you haven't seen it before, let's go ahead and use Penta. So Penta is of course a down arrow, but if we equip him with a brand new force alignment left arrow, you see that the card now becomes a left arrow. So that can help out if you're looking, say, you want someone to team with your Tonga Loa here, then suddenly, you know, you have a good left arrow. You can just take this force alignment and just equip it to someone that you want to equip them to. So like maybe take big old Seamus here. You need a left arrow that goes with him. He suddenly becomes a left arrow. And then you've got all the stats of Seamus, but you now have the left arrow instead of it being an up or a down arrow, which also helps with your tagging. So in People's Choice Championship, I'm going to show you the deck that I'm using. My deck is all up and down arrows, so that I can just play the game blind. Of course, I'm using the left and right arrows for my females, but these are among the strongest cards that I've got. Of course, we are just literally, I'll show you what happens. I'm just going to click in here, and I'm not even going to look at the screen. I am literally just going to do this. That's all I'm going to do. And you'll see that I'll just win all the games without even having to look at the screen. And one more match. Literally all I'm doing is all 4 fingers are just tapping the screen here. That's all that's doing. Tap, 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 tap. Just like that. You can see it happening there using all 4 fingers. And then, of course, we get our draft picks. So that is literally what I've been doing throughout this entire event. And if you have particularly good cards, but if they don't actually tag together, then those WrestleMania equipments are what's going to help you through. And of course, you do get one for free, but you can get additional ones from the equipment. Now, it contains 2 of the following. You get either, for 950 credits, you get either WrestleMania 41 equipment down to WrestleMania 25 equipment. It also gives you a chance at getting some of these stronger ones, but of course, you are more likely to get things like the Wendy Chu mask or the ones down here. You can see that there's only a 4% chance of the Rey Mysterio mask, whereas there is a 6.5% chance to get the Tony D'Angelo fedora. Now these ones, you can get the WrestleMania arrows, but there's also another 50-50 chance of getting the older ones. Now the older ones will still do the exact same thing as what these ones do, it's just that they won't give you the same stat increases. So that is the downside to that, but you are at least now guaranteed to get a arrow changer. Now, you can't guarantee which one you'll get. You don't know whether you're going to get right, up, down, or left, and you don't know whether you're going to get WrestleMania 41, or whether you're going to get SummerSlam 23, Royal Rumble 23, Octane, or Pixel, but you will get one of those 8 cards. So it's not the worst deal out there. There certainly have been worse. Let's go ahead and claim our free bunches of punches. I like to do this just every single time that it comes up. We've got Royal Rumble 25. We're not going to pay for any more. We're probably going to get rid of those. And you can see there that I get another one in 11 hours and 59 minutes. Every 12 hours, you get a free punch on your punches of bunches. And you can see that the rewards here can give you a Spring Valor. Once you pull that, you'll go onto the second tier one, of which you can get a random WrestleMania 41 card. Then you get a third one, which will give you a Spring WrestleMania 41 card, if you manage to get that. So it's well worth playing. Let's go ahead and do our 5 free spins in real turn. See if we can get anything cool here. Got some credits. So you always want to do the free things. That is just... makes sense to me. If it is free, I shall take it. There's an old saying that says, you should always listen to free advice. You don't have to take it, but you should always hear it out. And, well, if something is free, why would you pass it up? Why not just accept it? It's not doing any harm to anyone. And it gives you something nice. 50 credits. Bam Bam Bigelow. There's another 50 credits. We got 3 of the female ones. We don't need any of those, but we can dust them. And another 50 credits. So we did get 150 credits in total out of that, which was pretty decent. And now I believe our fusion should be done. And let's go ahead and claim this. We got a Royal Rumble 22 Ivar, a WrestleMania 40 Sol Ruka, and Royal Rumble 23 L.A. Knight. Yeah! A Wesley from WrestleMania 37, the Gnome Boots, and a WrestleMania 39 Omos, which is pretty cool. Looks like we can make pros of Ivar and Sol Ruka as well. And it also means we can now set up one of these. And that's going to give me another chance of getting a WrestleMania 41 card, a Valor, or a dual card. So let's go ahead and start that one. And while that is going on, I'm going to use another 5 of these to just create another set of boots. And there we go, folks. I think that is going to be it for this little video, and I really hope you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.